podcast with ADG. Let the good times roll!
Podcast with ADG. I have a very good special guest and a brother of mine, Savio from Moving in Circles.
It's an honor. Thank you very much for having me.
How are you, Savio?
I'm doing great, brother. How about you?
Fantastic. Nice to have you.
Appreciate
So
it.
it was planned a month back, 2 months back. I thought of having you in my set.
Thanks for
Let
having
you
me.
speak about your everything, right from music, your childhood and all. We'll get to everything step by step. So, প্রথমে আগে জিজ্ঞেস করবো Savio, গান বাজনা কি করে শুরু হলো জীবনে? How did it all start?
It all started with my dad. My dad is the main person in my life. Well, to be honest, my dad, when I was very little,
Yeah.
my dad is from a hotel background. Like he's a hotelier, he's a chef, he's an executive chef. So my dad used to be in the other countries, he used to be in the cruise and everywhere, working, and he used to come back 1 year prior or 2 years prior. He used to stay for 4 months and he used to go away again.
Okay.
And so all he used to leave behind were a couple of records, couple of cassettes and CDs and some kind of tapes. That time they were tapes when I was very little. I'm talking about the time when I'm born in 1985. So the time when I was in school, we had tapes that time. So he had a lot of records like Lionel Richie. He was a country guy. He was into Randy Travis. He was into Kenny Rogers.
Wow.
He had a lot of Dolly Parton. And so my entire childhood was a lot of country. I got to know Randy Travis. And country was my childhood thing. So once I got to know that, it was in class 2-3. Then I started going into more of the pop, like Elton John, the classic ones. Because my dad used to listen to the old school mostly. Like Elton John, Lionel Richie, George Michael's. You got Rock Seat, that band over there, Berlin, and a lot of pop stuff back then, like of that time. Slowly, I went into Bryan Adams as well. And my dad actually started off that encouragement in me for music. Because no one in my family is from a music background at all. Except my dad is a good listener of music. And when he was young, he used to play the saxophone as well. Because he was in the hostel, he grew up in hostel. So he used to play the saxophone. So my dad was the only guy who used to like a lot of music, and he had this thing in outside countries. He used to walk back then, so he got like a lot of music into him. So when he left the home, he used to give me those. আর ওইগুলো নিয়ে আমার শুরু সবকিছু জীবনের মানে so I kind of loved a lot of country. I like those classic pops and I like those.
তো তোমার যেরকম ভয়েস টেক্সচার আছে, why don't you think of releasing a solo country album in the future?
Of course, I'll be glad. Apart from MIC, like I have plans on releasing some of my own compositions which I have in Bengali and even in Banglate ache or English ache. So these two I want to release on my solo, like for my solo album. I want to release something very soon, apart from MIC. So I have this tendency for that.
Childhood, how was it?
To be honest, in one word, I was a problem child in childhood. Because I had a lot of problems. My family was not comfortable with me taking music as a profession when I started taking it as a profession. They were cool as long as the kid was learning the guitar and living up with the like talent and all. They used to come when I used to come back home. Like my parents used to say that, "Oh, Savio, can you play a song for us?" like that, just for an entertainment purpose. But when I took it professionally, they kind of got triggered due to that, and finally there was one guy in my life, Bhaiya, like you're a respectful dada, I really respect you a lot, Abhishek da, and there was one more dada like you in my life who actually showed the way. I believe that some people, it's a relay match, the thing has to be passed on.
Absolutely.
So there was this dada whom I respect a lot, rest his soul. His name was David, and David da was the guy who inspired me into music a lot. I met him in the year 2014. Before that, there were more bhaiyas also, like in my life. There were guys who used to inspire me. I always got friendly with the senior people. In school, I got friendly with the senior people because they all were into music and they kind of inspired me into certain good things. So David, that was one of them who actually got me into a lot of rock, into a lot of classic rock, glam rock, hard rock, and like a lot of rock elements, not heavy or extreme kind of stuff. More into rock and like
rock and roll.
Yes, rock and roll, you can say. Yeah, like so Motley Crue and all that, like those kind of stuff, Dokken and hair metal and glam metal, those kind of stuff he made me hear a lot. So I lost David in the year 2016. I lost him, he's no more. So I kind of released a song too, which was called Trees, which we had released from MIC.
Yeah.
The song goes out to him, that brother of mine.
And if I'm not wrong, you played that song last year at Music as a Healer. Did you play that?
Yes,
song?
we played that in Music as a Healer too. Yes, you remember. I'm glad you remember that.
Fantastic.
Thanks.
So, Savio, তোমার কাছে জানতে চাইবো যে তুমি তো গান লেখো,
হ্যাঁ
তুমি গান সুর করো, যেটা একটা ফ্রন্টম্যানের রেসপন্সিবিলিটি থাকে ব্যান্ডের,
course.
obviously along with the other people. তো how are you inspired as a songwriter from different artists from different eras? Like তুমি obviously Sully Erner songwriting এর সাথে তুমি লাইনেল রিচিল songwriting compare করতে পারবে না, both are on a different phase.
I agree.
তো তোমার songwritingটার মধ্যে like what is that thing that moves you? মানে you write songs a lot, I know that. So what are the basic aspects of songwriting in your life?
I believe that every song is written for a reason. Like a song shouldn't be written on sense of writing a song.
Yeah.
That's what the most of the people do nowadays. And that a song should be having a motive, song should have a memory, song should have a reflection of the person whom you're making it, and the one who's listening to it will have the same kind of reflection too. So my fact is that every song I wrote was on a memory of mine. Like some kind of my perspective, my memory, or some kind of like a very inspiring kind of a perspective to myself, which I thought that I should sit and write that song about. For example, I've released 3 songs till now with MIC, Moving in Circles. The songs we have released first was Moving in Circles itself, then came Trees, and then 6 String. So the 3 songs which we had released till now, I'll tell about those. First song we had released MIC, Moving in Circles, has a story behind it which most of the people don't know about, but it's a story about love, of kind of a affair, kind of a, like a losing the one you love. It's about forgiveness. Moving in Circles is about forgiveness. Trees holds a memory of mine which I had of David Dutt, as I said. Like the person who inspired me most, my godfather, where I started off, that guy, he inspired me into that. So I dedicated it to Trees. Trees is a song which holds the memory of nostalgia. Like it's it's some old days when we had some good times. For example, that song like Carpenters, like what was the song called again? It was called Yesterday Once Was. If you haven't heard that, listen to that song called Yesterday Once Was by Carpenters. That kind of a memory holds for the song called Trees. And apart from that, we released 6 String. So 6 String has a very I'm not talking about the genre wise, আমি বলছি পুরো like the songwriting হিসাবে, it has a way different approach to it. The 3 songs we had released, it was different approaches to it. 6 String has the approach of on a journey, you're going on a musical journey. So that journey is not decided. That journey, we don't know where we're heading. So that's the song about. We are planning to release an album very soon. By the end of, by the coming of the next year, in 2025, we are planning to release an album, Moving in Circles. Full-fledged album we'll release hopefully. And yes, so that's what the thing is about. Hopefully there you'll be able to hear different compositions, and I hope you'll be able to relate as well to that. But my song approach is totally about the things I face in life.
That you face.
Yes, about memories or certain ideologies which I have in myself. Those are the songs about, to be honest.
Okay. So we got a guitar here.
Yeah.
So I'd love to hear a song from you. An original, definitely, not in the cover
I'll be
song.
surely glad. I'll be glad to.
Let's hear.
Oh, sure.
So audience, time to rock and roll!
Yeah. Thank you for having me here once again. Alright, so before we start off, we'll do a song which is kind of released. We'll do a song which is released. That'll be fine.
Absolutely.
Then if you have time, we'll do a unreleased song as well.
Sure, let's hear.
So here's a song called Trees. This was a song I wrote for David Dutt. This song doesn't go out to him only. This song goes out to anyone and everyone whom we had departed with our life, our living life, whom we are going to meet very soon again. And the family will be completed, I swear. So this song goes out to all the people whom we are departed from in this world. Here's a song called Trees. Trees that I've grown so old, and my memories which are lost and cold, lost to try to recover the memories which are lost and cold. It's the trees that I've grown so old, and my memories which are lost in cold, so try to recover the memories the child stand cold, and I know when you crying, and I know when you're smiling, and I know, and I know, and I know. Is the tree. So that was a verse from the song called Trees.
Wow,
Appreciate it.
brilliant.
Thanks so
Too
much.
good. And especially the best thing about you that I like is your individuality, is your originality as an artist, of not being a copy paste shit and just being who you are, just getting into the song, just speaking a language. Because আমার মনে হয় যে একটা গান শুধু কত ভালো গাইতে পারলাম সবসময় ম্যাটার করে না। It's how I'm carrying that song, how I'm surrounded by the emotions, the disciplines and everything that's making that song sound so well. So too good, Savio. I love your
I really
vocals,
appreciate
man.
you a lot.
Too
Abhishek.
good.
Thank you so much.
And you want to play another song?
I'll be glad. I'll love to sing a song which is unreleased.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Let's hear.
Okay. This is a song which I wrote about depression, about fighting anxiety and a lot of things involved in it. So it's a song about suicidal tendencies. A song called Trapped, an unreleased song. It's about jumping off a cliff. To be in brief, alright. Hope you'll enjoy this one. Here we go. Sounds called Trapped. To breathe it. My heart beats in a rhythm, some notes no one ever played. I'm lost inside my head. I know that there's no end. I hear the voices calling to join me when I'm there, to join me when I'm there, join me when I'm there. I've never been so silent. Some secrets I've never shared. The blowing of the wind will lead me to that edge, lost inside my head. I know that there's no end. I hear the voices calling to join me when I'm there, to join me when I'm there, join me when I'm rap.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Thank you so much for that.
What a lovely composition. What a lovely presentation of the song, and most importantly, your involvement with the song. That's
Thanks, man.
what makes a song sound better. It's the involvement, forgetting everything.
Thank you so much.
Like I quote one of the greatest rockers of all time. We all miss Chester, and he said that music to me is all about spirituality. And I believe
So
that if an individual cannot connect himself or herself, then there is some serious problem.
Of course, I agree.
It's all
to it.
spirituality. It's just
It's about a
so
connection.
much of connection out there. প্রথম হেভি মেটাল গান কোনটা শোনা তোমার?
প্রথম আমি একটা গান শুনেছি আমি জীবনে হচ্ছে বাই আয়রন মেইডেন, if I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Maiden was the one which I heard first, and I heard it in class 7.
Class 7. Okay.
Yes. The first song was Dance of Death. That was the first song I ever picked up on the guitar. And
So you got any favorite albums
of Maiden?
Iron Maiden.
To be honest, I'll be see, I love Iron Maiden, but my favorite album was till the Final Frontier, I would say. I love Iron Maiden after that too, but that old school kind of vibe, I really miss that. The Killers and all, you know. I love Bruce Dickinson, but I'm a big fan of Paul Di'Anno too. I love Paul Di'Anno, I love Paul Di'Anno, I swear.
Me too.
The guy was crazy, and Killers were insane.
Exactly. Paul Di'Anno was just a fantastic frontman. He was just
No doubt,
too good. I know.
Both respect to Dickinson and Paul Di'Anno, both stand together.
And though
So Somewhere in Time I would suggest, Somewhere in Time, or Fear of the Dark. Yeah.
Alright.
My favorite albums would be like that.
all right. So Moving in Circles, এই নামটা কি করে আসলো? Like, what's the story behind this name, Moving in Circles? It's quite an interesting name. I thought of asking this question to you many a times in the gigs and concerts, but it didn't happen. So it's happening today.
Alright, the Moving in Circles, the name was not Moving in Circles before. Like the band has a Z at the end. So the band had an identity called Insane in the year 2016.
Okay.
This entire thing was made by me and my elder bhaiya, whom I spoke about, David Da, who is no more, but I miss him so much and I feel his presence with us always. So this guy and me, we had a thought of making a 4-piece project. A 4-piece project, it has to be a lineup, like we thought of making it, which would have a guitarist, a drummer, and a bassist, and a guitarist who sings. 4-piece setup. So we thought of doing something which is English rock. Like the language will be English and the genre will be rock, but there'll be a lot of different, like, suppose what I want to say is, মানুষে করে rock, but they say that they're doing hard rock, they're doing punk rock, they're doing glam rock, grunge rock, and so many different subgenres of rock. But my focus was to do something which of all the rock, like my compositions have some different rock elements to all the songs.
It's a crossover.
Yeah, it's a crossover, kind of an experimenting with them. So the band was called Insane in the year 2016. We played for Jadavpur Sanskriti. I played, Vimalda played, Sadik was there on the bass. The drummer was called, of course, David was there. So we played in 2015. We played for 16 in Sanskriti. We won Afsu Sanskriti, Fetsu Sanskriti. We won in 2016. Then we went to play for Unicorn Festival. So David Da was dead by then. He's already dead. He's gone. He left us all by 2016, 22nd September. He's dead. Now. I was stopped for 1 year. I was in the grief of losing my best friend, losing the idol which I had. The guy who pushes me. In 2015-14, I was a little kid. I was nothing myself. I didn't know how to sing. I was to play the guitar. I started off with the guitar first. Then I went to singing. I've been singing since 2016 ke baad se. So 17 onwards, I've been singing. Before that, I used to play the guitar, write songs, and just keep to myself. I was a very shy kid.
That was a majority to you.
Yes, I was a very shy kid, and I said I was a problem child. So my parents said, "Keep your mouth shut. You shouldn't speak so much on this crowd." I was like, "Cool, I'll keep it shut." So I was quiet. I was the problem kid. I was quiet. Everyone come to my house, be like, "Quiet is my scene, man. Zip your mouth." That's what I used to do. So I used to keep on writing. I keep on writing. You check my entire notes on phones, full of writings. I'm not lying, but I have a lot of writings in myself. I prefer that instead of talking, if I can write, I'll just able to write myself. I'll just put all my feelings in the writings. So I did. I wrote some poems. I wrote a couple of things. I had a big ass essay. I have an unreleased kind of a novel too. Like an entire book I have fucking written myself. But I've never. I'm sure I might release it someday, but I'm not sure yet. So my thing is that a perspective has to be there. There has to be a perspective behind everything. So
that's how it all started.
That's how
when
it all
was
started.
When was the first show that happened?
My first show
with Moving in Circles.
With Moving in Circles, we changed the name from Insane to Moving in Circles when it was 2018.
Okay.
From 18, Moving in Circles is like out.
Okay.
So before that, the band was called Insane, where I used to play the songs called Moving in Circles, Flock of Sheep, Trees, and all the songs.
So were you the frontman that time?
Yeah, I was the frontman. I was the singer and the guitarist. The entire band changed. All the members used to change. I used to stay over there with the guitar and I used to sing. So that was after the death of David the. So I had to find good members, and I had to. We all know that we need some good members in the band whom we can trust as family members, whom we can count on like brothers.
Absolutely.
Like without closing my eyes and say, "Yeah, get over here, brother." You like we trust them like that.
We cannot have some selfish bastards.
Of course, we can't have the selfish, unrighteous bastards in the band.
Absolutely.
That's not necessary. So of course, we had to find for some good members. There were so many members who have changed, came up,
and then over.
Yeah, like I was the only constant guy who stayed till 2018. Sandy, I met Sandy. That is Shondipon Giri, and Sandy was the guy who was in the bass. And I found him really appreciative because we could relate with our mentality.
Yeah.
And I took him in bass, and he's still the bass player since 2018 with me. And right now, 2024, I'm glad. And then we finally found Preet. Preet is my childhood friend. Preet, the lead guitar, is my school friend. We used to be together in school since Xavier's. I was studying in Xavier's, so we're school friends. I know him since class 1. So I told Preet, he does production. He learned from some college in Bombay, from AIT college. He learned from Bombay. So he does production and mix master and all that. He does a lot of couple of things. So I told him, why don't you come on the lead guitar? He was interested. So he came up over there. Then we got, the drummer was left. Because I had a big time finding good drummers in the city. Because we have a lot of drummers in the city, but not the perfect guy who has that, the dynamics. Yes, of course, I agree to you. The stage presence and the playing will be justified, and the personality will be so good. So I found Shubham, and I'm glad to find Shubham, Dr. Drummer. I'm so glad to get him in the band. And yeah, he's. Then we were confident, and then we finally got Matthew, the keyboardist. So then we named it Moving in Circles in 2018.
So I've seen you guys perform as a judge. I've seen you guys perform sharing the same stage, and I've always felt that the connectivity that all the members of the band have with each other is just massive. That's what makes a band successful, right? মানে যে কানেক্টিভিটিটা একটা সং হচ্ছে সেখানে যে 5 people are making one and one is equivalenting, it's an equivalent thing to put up that composition. Exactly, that's the most bestest thing. And that's the best part of being in a rock or a metal band. You learn. The process of learning goes on. Band should do, it's not some shit that you join and just leave and walk out and all.
I believe that it's not that tough to form a band, but it's tough to keep it going with the same lineup intact.
Keep it going is the most difficult.
Yeah, that's the toughest
thing, and the difficult chapter of our lives too, because life also moves along with that.
Of course. So many changes we go through, all the members, and still we kept on with that same path. That's a big thing.
I don't know whether you remember or not, like in some competition where I went to judge and all, there was a Bollywood band.
Yes, of course I remember. It was during the Kharagpur prelims, yes.
So, what's your take on this as a listener and a performer? যে এই যে এখন রক ব্যান্ড কম্পিটিশনে অরিজিনালস এর কোনো ম্যান্ডেটরি ফিল থাকে না, ব্যান্ডসরা রক ব্যান্ড বলে স্টেজে উঠে চারটা এই মাঝে করে যে গান গায়, whoever artist that is, I don't care. So why this shit is not stopping? কারণ তোরা তো বিভিন্ন কম্পিটিশনে যাচ্ছিস, সেখানে বিভিন্ন জাজ আসছে, আমাকে অনেক জায়গায় এখন ডাকে না, because I don't want to go to all this clown shit out there. So what do you think that, কারণ I guess তোরা যখন কম্পিট করা শুরু করেছিলিস 2016-15 ওই টাইমে, তখন যেরকম অরিজিনালস ম্যান্ডেটরি ছিল, এই যে এখন যে নতুন একটা ট্রেন্ড এসছে যে বলি রক, বলি মেটাল, বলি জ্যাজ, বলি ইনফাইনাইট, whatever shit goes around and around, তো এই যে কম্পিটিশনে এইসব ব্যান্ডসরা আসছে, this is quite shit, no?
I agree, yes.
এটা নিয়ে হয়তো খুব কম মানুষ হয়তো প্রোটেস্ট করে, যে আমি হয়তো প্রোটেস্ট করি দেখে আমাকে ডাকে না, so I don't give a fuck about that. So what's your take on this? যে অরিজিনালস ম্যান্ডেটরি থাকা দরকার?
I'm glad that finally got this opportunity to speak, and I'm going to speak it bold way, I swear. Okay, first of all, there should be originality in the music. There should be something which connects the people. প্রেম চোদা গান লিখলে হবে না সব সময়, honestly লিখছি। প্রেম দরকার জীবনে, হ্যাঁ, you need to have your people around, the girl or whatever, female, male, we need a female partner, I agree to it. But it doesn't mean যে প্রেম চোদা গান লিখো সারা জীবনের জন্য। It's not done like that. There has to be a revolution, there has to be a rebel, there has to be a reason for living, there has to be a reason to fight. Because if you're not a fighter, you're not a lover. The honest opinion is, if you are a lover, you have to be a fighter. You have to fight for the love. My taste, our taste is we are musicians. We want to fight for the sake of rock. The human race lies on it. We people are the ones who's supposed to be judging this shit. So my thing is that Yeah, originality is gone. People are covering songs like I'll say honestly, it's like Gulabi Aakhe, Gulabi Jhaate, whatever the fuck. That shit is like done millions of times with millions of people have already done millions of different versions of this shit as song.
Thankfully, Mohammed Rafi didn't resurrect.
Yeah, I swear, rest in peace to that man. He would have been pissed, I swear.
Oh, Lord.
He would have like, mat kar bhai, ye mat kar tum log. He would have been like that, I swear. Because he would have, what the fuck's wrong with these motherfuckers? They're playing A minor and playing the same shit chords and playing the same goddamn fucked up music. What's wrong with your ass, man? Some people put it in E flat so they can make it more low and sound like Gulabi Jhaate. That's awful. I'm not into that shit. Now the fact is that Prem to dorkar manchi. But what about the standards of your music, my friends? Where's the moral behind? When you're dead, people will be singing the Gulabi Jhaate for you. No, it's not. If people be singing the Gulabi Aakhe or whatever the Jhaate, there has to be a reflection towards it. Yeah, we are going forward with Gulabi Aakhe. You can't go forward with Gulabi Aakhe, I swear. So that's the reason behind it.
Yeah.
There has to be originality behind it, Dada. That's what I mean. And without originality, there won't be any true, the true perspective of music is lost.
Absolutely.
Maybe originality, or maybe a different vibe to it. Maybe some people are having a trend of doing something which is done in the other countries. I listen to bands, I listen to a lot of music. I listen from hip hop, from Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, MC8, all the way to the extreme metal, Raped by Pigs, Horse of Bethlehem. I listen to a lot of deathcore, I listen to a lot of death metal, metalcore, grind, brutal death, whatever the fuck. I do a lot of shit. I swear I do. The fact is that there has to be a meaning, there has to be a connection to it. If there's no connection, there's no moral to your song, that's shit, homie, that's shit, bro. Shit, I'll be honest. There has to be a model, there has to be a model in that song.
Yeah.
If your song lyrics say that, Ami to ghumachi, I see a lot of people do some shit, hip hop kind of stuff, or they're good hip hop too, man. I listen to Ice Cube, I listen to Heavy, I listen to a lot of shit, I do listen. I listen to Suicide Boys too. I listen to a lot of stuff, I swear. I listen to Big Dogs too. I listen to Hanuman Kind too, I swear. But that doesn't mean you don't listen to Haskin. I listen to Justin Haskin too. A lot of trap, a lot of emo, a lot of stuff, I swear. But there's the lack of people going into commercial. They want money, or you run after money, or you run after something which you want to lead. You want to lead the revolution, you want to change, you go after that, or you go after money. There are two ways out. Be that, whatever the fuck suits you, man. That's the honest.
আমার মনে আছে আমি কলকাতায় যখন তোর আসি 2012-তে, তো কোন একজন সিনিয়র মিউজিশিয়ান আমাকে বলেছিল, বিকজ আই ডোন্ট লাইক টু সিং কভার্স, যতটুকু দরকার হয় ঠিক আছে, আমাকে বলেছিল যে নো ম্যাটার হাউ গুড ইউ পারফর্ম দ্য কভার সং অফ এনি আর্টিস্ট, দ্যাট পারসন উইল বি ক্রেডিটেড, নট ইউ, বিকজ দ্যাটস নট ইউর থিং। নিজের গান নিজের সন্তানের মতো নয়। ইটস লাইক আ বেবি দ্যাটস গ্রোইং।
I totally agree with you, Dada. I completely
the baby
agree.
that's growing and it's growing every day, এবং নিজের গানে যে আনন্দটা গান লেখার, কম্পোজ করার, সেটা কোনো দিনও অন্য কিছুতে হয় না। So that is a very honest opinion you have given, that there should be a purpose, and there should be a purpose of what you're meant to do. That's most important. আমি রক আর মেটালের কথা বলে আমি স্টেজে উঠে একটা রিফ বাজিয়ে মন মাজিরে গাইলে that is going to suck.
আচ্ছা,
Exactly. তো এবার তুমি 90s এর কিড, you have seen both the sides, the pros, the cons, the mobile phone, the color television, to the big gigantic Android TVs and everything, you know. তো গান শোনার যে পুরো ব্যাপারটা, সেটা ওভার দ্য ইয়ার্স ড্রাস্টিক্যালি অনেক চেঞ্জ হয়েছে। মানুষ এখন পুরো অ্যালবাম শুনতে চায় না। আর রিলস হ্যাভ ফাকড আপ ব্যাডলি। তো তোমার কি মনে হয় যে 90sটা কি অনেকটা বেটার ছিল অ্যাজ আ লিসনার, বিকজ we ran shortage of resources, that is also a fact. সবার বাড়িতে টেপ রেকর্ডার বা ওয়াকম্যান থাকতো, তখন তুমি ওয়াকম্যানে 1 মিনিট থেকে 5 মিনিট যেতে পারো না। So what do you think, like what's your take on the listening thing back in the 90s and the present day? How is it like?
The fact is that now people are more curious and more wanting to work not on the compositions, rather on the, they want to talk on the music, not on the lyrics. That's the main one of the problems I find in all the fuckers who do music nowadays. I find that people concentrate on the music. Where's the vocals, where the lyrics at, where the theme of the song at. If I listen to an album, I'm going to hear, suppose I'm comparing with Dream Theater. Dream Theater has their albums which has songs made up, which have song sequence in it. You listen to one song, you know the next song. You listen to the next song, you know the third song. You know what's going to come in, you know.
Yeah.
There's this, suppose that I have a theme of making, I play for a band called Kalmaya. It's a black and death metal band. We guys played one show when Deepjit, he organized that, and DMX, we played, one show was played by Kalmaya, and we nailed it. So it was a good event, we enjoyed a lot. Now the fact is that, people make songs on stupid things. They don't write songs about the reality. You can't do some trend which has been done in some other country and just bring it over here. Like Infant Annihilator did it. You can't just do Soil the Stillborn over here in our city and just make it like, bleh, or like that, make it like that and then just say, yeah, we made something new shit, bro. That's been done in the other country, bro. You didn't do it in India. यहाँ पे कर रहे हो तो समझ रहे भाई, हम लोग पूरा दुनिया सुनता है क्यों? We don't listen to one India, we don't listen to Calcutta, we listen to worldwide. We want the standards to be worldwide. That's the thing I believe. The people don't appreciate the fact that it's not changing. It will never change until you believe that you have to have that integrity. If someone is doing better than you, you go and say, brother, you're doing crazy, man. You're doing crazy, and I want to know how you do that shit. And if that guy whom you ask that you're doing crazy, if he says, yeah, I'll show you what you're doing because you're doing crazy too. There's a mutual respect, there's a mutual understanding. That's the way to go ahead. It's unity, justice, and equality, I swear. That's the way behind it.
And also, I think so যে পুরোনো সময় যদি কথা বলি মানুষের তখন অনেক ধৈর্য ছিল বই পড়ার গান শোনার everything and all. So right now I think so we are running short of that because we have become very impatient. And
I believe one more thing with this, Aladdin, that is people start making bands and people start making releases and they start going on stage without practices. I spend time, my majority here, practicing. The other you spend time, all the great musicians will spend time practicing, listening and mastering what you're hearing the whole your motherfucking life. Then you're gonna practice that shit and then you're gonna go on stage and you can show the world what you're capable of, what you've been practicing the whole life in your fucking room. So once you do that, you go on stage, you prove it, then you're the one shit. That's the shit has to be done. People do not practice. People just hear 2-3 bands or cock fucking bookish knowledge. That's not the way to do things. You have to know how the fuck that band got changed. When the first vocalist was there, how the sound was. When the vocalist went out, when the other fucking vocalist came, how the sound was. That's my perspective. I'm a guy who loves genres, who loves going into genres. If you ask me, I love from grunge, I love extreme metal, I love death metal, I love a lot of black metal and shit. And the mix of those, including rock and what the hell on earth is it? I like any new metal and all that shit. I like that. I like jumping to genres and where that shit was born and where it went in and how it fucking came out and how the fuck the members got changed and all that shit. I love doing that shit. So I find that people are losing in the originality. They make songs for perspective of writing a song. A song cannot be made if you go, oh, let's make a band, let's make a song. Ta-da! We got a song. That's shit, bro. You have to write a song which has a model. You have to write a song which I can relate to. That doesn't make sense. If you just go on, that doesn't make sense. There has to be a relation, there has to be a connection. Like it's like tong. And the pendulum goes like this. It has to be like that. I feel like
absolutely. You're very honest.
That's why people hate me around, I guess.
So it's okay. It's always good to be hated. No problem. And what are the future plans of Moving in Circles?
To be honest, we are planning to release my whole life. I'm born in 1995. I'm going to be 30 this February. I'm getting old, homies. We didn't play for much shows. I'll be honest. Can I be honest over here? Yeah. This full untouched and all. People want people to get butt licked. If I don't butt lick you, you're not getting me shows. I don't give a fuck, homie. I'm gonna release my songs, release my record. Fuck you in that ass, you motherfucker. Bring me up, I don't give a goddamn it shit on earth, nigga. Because I practice every day, that's the truth about it. And the fact is that the people who will love your music, they're gonna love it any the fucking way that you like it. They're gonna love you, they're gonna worship your ass for your music. It's true. So my perspective is, for MIC, I'm gonna release an album. My whole life I worked on that fucking songs. All my intentions, all my work, all my life, my fucking blood and flesh. The whole shit is gonna be there in that album. And I swear, if people don't listen to it, don't appreciate it, I don't give a fuck, because my songs will go out of myself. Yeah. It's not about Calcutta, it's not about India, it's not about the fucking country, it's about the whole world. You have to see your music go standards. You have to reach the unwanted standards. People in Russia will hear them, this nigga's good. People in New York will listen, this fuck is good. It's gonna be like that. So there won't be any majority, no minority. Fuck the world. The whole world's gonna listen to that motherfucking revolution.
You are releasing your own things.
Yes.
That's what really matters.
That's what really matters. And the fact is that we don't care who listens or not listens. Absolutely. If you listen, you're obliged. If you don't listen, I'm glad. Go listen to it, I'll be glad. That's the only thing about it.
So, I'm so happy with your opinions, with the songs that you've sung and everything, and you as a human being. So, keep being true to your art and just keep evolving, keep developing, keep growing, and just keep moving on. The road is endless.
Unending. Yes, I agree to you.
So I had a fantastic time with you, my brother.
I really
Long
appreciate
live
you,
rock
sir,
and roll.
Abhishek, for having me. Thank
See
you very
you
much. I
very
really respect and love you a lot. You have been an inspiration after David. I would say loud and clear in front of everyone. Abhishek, you are one of the reasons for depression motherfucking musicians like me live. I swear, brother. I really fucking respect you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.